We wanted to give you a quick addendum to this story that we're running on the Citizens for South Carolina website to inform you of what's going on in Georgetown County with the open first act that we're aware of the enforcement of the International Code of Property Management in the county of Georgetown, and also coupled with the Georgetown County Ordinance 1501 that says right of entry for purpose of inspection. Any official or employee of the county, etc., shall have the right, not the privilege, shall have the right to enter any premises for the purpose of making an inspection thereof in accordance with law at any reasonable time in pursuance of such duties. And since they came on the property without permission, they did not have a warrant from a judge in the recent citation. Clearly, they're stating that they don't need the right to, they don't need a warrant to pass no trespassing signs and enter your property to inspect. Now, this is not a building inspection for a building under construction or a modification. We're talking about property maintenance. Your neighbor complains about something, or they just want to center you out to see. They drive by your house and they go on your property, and this gives them the right to go on your premises, because coupled with 307 of the International Property Code, it says that the interior of your house must be completely free from any accumulation of rubbish or debris. So they have the right therein, they are claiming, to go inside your house and inspect your house without a warrant. When the penalty to these, and if you don't comply with their orders, can send you to jail and fine you, or both. So this is a very serious subject, but I wanted to identify myself as one of my favorite talk show hosts on the radio always says when you're breaking a story of any kind, and we don't know how deep this runs or how far this runs, we do smell Agenda 21 in this matter. So I did want to say that I am Ken Miranda, who was one of the founders of Citizens for South Carolina, a group that arose out of the Tea Party movement to speak up for states' rights and political activism in South Carolina. And that I have served the county as a fire chief with a clear and blemishless record with no injuries under my command, and was a fire marshal for the state of South Carolina in that county for a period. And I was served this state as sworn law enforcement for a period of time. Therefore, I did take the oath of office, and I have given my word to God that I will enforce the Criminal Code of South Carolina, but most importantly, that I will enforce and defend the United States Constitution and the South Carolina Constitution against all threats, foreign and domestic. So on matters like these, we are concerned about taking action and getting the story out there. And having served I have no criminal record, and I served with honor this county for a combined total of more than 13 years of service in emergency services, not counting my short career as law enforcement for the state. Also, I'm of sound mind. I'm a Christian minister ordained in the state of South Carolina by a biblical Christian church, and have no interest or desire to commit suicide or harm myself in any way. And I've been a member in good standing in the community all my life here, and have complied with the laws of the state of South Carolina and enforced them. As far as I know, at no time in any of the hundreds of arrests I was involved with have I ever violated the rights of any citizen of any state of the union or any foreign country that came here that we arrested or detained. And I intend to keep my oath because there is no expiration date on it. So just to set the record straight on that, in case things are changed or they try to smear me or my family is a Christian family in good standings, members of the same church, I would guess at least 30 years, if not more. All in good standings, again, with no criminal record. My father was an airman in the Air Force, and my mother was from Georgetown. And we have not gone out and started any trouble or broken any laws, and none of us have any intention to commit suicide or harm ourselves or others in any way, shape, or form. But this story, you have to act on it. South Carolinians, get out there, find out what your county says. Are your county building and zoning ordinances? And if it's this international code, get on it now. Because if they're saying that they can enter your house without your permission because there might be a mouse or a rat in there, or a snake or something else, they're going to do it without a warrant, because they've already come on property without a warrant, passing at least one, if not two, no trespassing and keep out signs to put a citation up on a violation of the 2006 edition of the International Property Code. And they are saying in this county that has been adopted as our county law. It's not listed on the county building and zoning ordinances or the development ordinances for new construction, but there is an ordinance stating that that is going to be code for this county, that is going to be county ordinances enforceable with all rule of law, even though we were not allowed to vote on that, we were not told about that, and it was not drafted as legislation in South Carolina or in our county. Matter of fact, if it's international, it wasn't necessarily even drafted in the United States of America. This is an Agenda 21 ICLA type situation, and it needs to be dealt with, because in America we don't accept tyranny. You have the right to do whatever you want to do on your property as long as you don't infringe on the rights of others to do the same. God save South Carolina, and God save the Union.